say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Countdown to showtime. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime!
Turn it up! Turn it up! Turn it up! Turn it up! Sometimes it's good to whisper and keep your voice down low, but sometimes you gotta risk it and let the whole world know. Don't wanna be too quiet. I'd rather get real loud. We gonna start a riot. Come on, I'll show you how. Let's get a little bit louder. Let's get a little bit louder. Gotta get a little bit louder. Let's get a little bit. Turn it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your 2021-2022 Washington FFA State Officer Team. Your 2021-2022 Washington FFA State Sentinel, Andrew Miles. Your 2021-2022 Washington FFA State Reporter, Caitlin Garvey. Your 2021-2022 Washington FFA State Treasurer, Kinsey Nelson. Your 2021-2022 Washington FFA State Secretary, Madison Wolf. Your 2021-2022 Washington FFA State President, Alexandra Bozeman.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the first session of the 92nd Washington FFA Convention and Expo. Mr. Vice President, all officers at their stations,
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands, from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will now call the roll of members.
There are 1,592 members and guests present. Madam President.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this session of the 92nd Washington FFA Convention and Expo duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matter which may properly be presented. Will the officers and state staff please join me on stage for the opening of the convention? She is always down for a drive to Cold Stone or Dairy Queen at any time of the day, but you may be risking your life stepping foot into her Volkswagen Jetta. The only one on my team that I can talk to about horses for 2 straight hours and not bore her. It is my privilege to introduce to you my friend and teammate, Kinsey Nelson, your 2021-2022 State Treasurer.
Here we are, all back together to celebrate the accomplishments made throughout this year. But more importantly, to celebrate all of you, each and every one of our amazing members. But how did we get to this point? Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Now, I bet a lot of us in this room have the iconic cowboy or cowgirl picture. How many of us dressed up as a cowboy or cowgirl for Halloween? Because I definitely did. And I will be 100% completely honest with all of you right now. It was definitely for more than just 1 year. Now, think back to the time when you first saw the blue jacket. Perhaps it was at your local county fair, or maybe not even until you got into high school and in your agricultural education class. Well, for me, it was actually at my own house when I saw this jacket right here. And this jacket was my mom's own blue corduroy jacket from when she was in FFA. Tonight, we will have the opportunity to recognize all of the CDEs that happened before state convention. We will also get the chance to meet our visiting state officers, our state officer candidates, our national convention delegate, and our national officer candidate. Before the night is over, we will also get to hear some words from convention special guests, as well as our state sentinel and our state reporter. Everything that we all have done has led us right here to the 92nd Washington FFA Convention and Expo. Washington FFA, welcome back.
Will the participants in CDE Group A please exit through the doors in the back and make their way backstage?
Dr. Nancy DeRinger is the Interim Associate Dean for Student Success and Academic Programs in the College of Agriculture, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences at Washington State University. She was born and raised on a fifth-generation dairy farm in western Wisconsin and understands the importance of hard work. One of Dr. DeRinger's favorite jobs was driving tractors in either baling or chopping alfalfa. Dr. DeRinger's research area of interest is examining financial literacy among youth and young adults, especially those who are first generation and are from underrepresented groups. Let's welcome her to the stage now.
Welcome, everyone. So my name is Nancy Derringer, and I am the Interim Associate Dean for the College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences at Washington State University. It is my honor and privilege to address all of you, our future leaders in agriculture, science, health, and business, and welcome to the 92nd FFA Convention, Forge Your Future. I wish I could say annual, but we had a couple of little missteps there in person. So since its founding in 1928, FFA has taught, instilled, and advanced a shared set of principles dedicated to the future of agriculture, science, technology, and the betterment of communities. WSU respects and appreciates the FFA organization, the state officers, members, advisors, board of directors, and the many volunteers from across the state. You are one of the groups we are dedicated to serving. We, the WSU College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences, or what we refer to as CONRS, share the same set of principles and values, making our partnership with you a vital collaboration in facing today's most pressing challenges. Much of that collaboration begins here at this FFA convention, where you are exploring different topics such as growing leadership skills, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. You are the next generation of leaders, and we consider you part of our WSU CONRS family. We hope that many of you will be traveling to the WSU Pullman campus at the end of the month for many of the state competitions, which include the Meat Science Contest, the Dairy Products Contest, the Food Science Contests, and the Veterinary Science Contest. You will have the opportunity to meet with CONRS faculty and staff during these experiences. The faculty and staff expertise reflects the depth and breadth of knowledge that you will find in our college. And we are looking forward to again hosting the FFA convention on our Pullman campus in the near future. With over 12 schools and departments, 3 extension program units, 4 research and extension centers across the state, and extension offices serving 39 counties and 1 tribal office, CONRS is training leaders in one of the most diverse, dynamic, and exciting colleges at Washington State University. Like FFA, CONRS is about the future. With groundbreaking research and next-generation technology, we are making the world a healthier and more vibrant place for today and tomorrow. Like FFA, CONRS is about solving problems and helping people thrive in both prosperous and difficult times. And like FFA, CONRS is always pushing forward. This is who we are. This is us, forging the future together. We at CONRS are proud to stand alongside you during this time of change and opportunity, and honored to be a part of your convention. Whether you are a senior, junior, sophomore, or freshman, I encourage you to finish this school year strong and start planning for your future. We invite you to join our student body after high school. Please come and talk to us. We have a booth set up. We are here to answer questions you may have about your future education and career opportunities. And we have a place for each one of you in CONRS. Your education, coupled with FFA, is a stepping stone to a more meaningful, productive, and engaging life and career. So I thank you. And before we all say "Go Cougs" together, I've got a number of these to give out. So if I can have about 10 people that have really good throwing arms, if you'll come forward, there's a box in the corner. If you'll go stand in front of that box. And maybe some of you can come on this side. Okay, let's get ready to throw. First, we have to say, "Go Cougs!" Awesome. Keep throwing. We're good. Okay, thank you very much. And go Cougs! Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Derringer. In addition to Connor's continual support of our organization, this year they went above and beyond, sponsoring the Washington FFA Convention t-shirts. We are also appreciative of the generous support. To show our gratitude for the support of WSU Connors, please accept this convention gift. Our next guest is a longtime friend of Washington FFA. Senator Warnick grew up on a small family dairy farm in Deer Park, Washington. She served in the House of Representatives from 2007 through 2014. She is currently the state senator for the 13th Legislative District. She and her husband, Roy, own and operate a small business in Moses Lake. Senator Warnick and her husband have 3 grown daughters and 8 grandchildren. Please help me in welcoming Senator Warnick to the stage.
Thank you, everyone. And I think I heard her say, I grew up in Deer Park on a dairy farm. I know there's an FFA chapter there. I represent Lincoln County, where Davenport is. I saw some Davenport students. Reardon, Odessa, and then we also have Grant County, Moses Lake, Ephrata, others that might be there, and Kittitas County and Yakima County. So we represent lots of farm ground and farming communities, and a lot of FFA members. My seatmate, Representative Tom Dent, is in the audience. He's a farmer, I'm a farmer, and we represent agricultural communities on our committees. I am the ranking on the Ag, Natural Resources, Water, and Parks Committee. But I'm here today to extend greetings from the state Senate, the state legislature, in honor of your national president, Cole Bearlocker. I'm not going to read the whole proclamation. I'm just going to read the important parts. But every year, the Senate does a proclamation recognizing FFA. This year, it was a special, proud moment to recognize the historic election of Cole Bearlocker as the national president, because we've never had one from Washington State before that I know of. So very, very special, very proud. And I knew Cole just slightly, but I knew him before he was elected because he's friends of my grandsons who are from Colfax. So imagine Colfax, little Colfax, the little chapter of Colfax FFA, and now we have a national president. I talked a little bit to Cole's family and found out his sister Hannah said, well, he's energetic, he's never dull, he keeps things exciting, and he keeps everyone on their toes. So, and that's just at home. So imagine what he's like here with 1,500 energetic FFA officers as well. But I would like to just read at the very end, we talk about, it gives us as members of the Senate who understand farming, understand agriculture, gives us a chance to talk to our colleagues who may not understand it. But so it's a long proclamation about FFA, about agriculture, but at the very end, it says, now therefore be it resolved that the Washington State Senate recognize Cole Bearlocker on his historic achievement of being the first Washingtonian as the Future Farmer of America Association national president. and commend his leadership skills as he works to promote the mission of FFA and instill values of hard work and service to the next generation of agricultural leaders. So I want to thank you for helping Cole get there, helping him be the leader that he is, and the national president that he is from our little town of Colfax. Thank you for being here, and it's a proud moment for me to represent the Senate and the legislature. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Warnick. Your lifelong support of FFA members across Washington is a testament to your leadership in agriculture. We thank you for all the work you have done to further our organization. On behalf of Washington FFA, please accept this gift as a symbol of our appreciation. This year marks the 10-year anniversary of the Wilco Farm Store's FFA Forever campaign. Wilco, through their customers, employees, and vendors, have been a long-standing partner with the Washington FFA, Oregon FFA, and most recently, the California FFA associations. Since its inception, the FFA Forever program has raised over $1 million to benefit FFA. These funds help support the state FFA organizations, but a significant portion is also dedicated for local chapter grants, so a large portion of the dollars directly benefits as many kids and programs as possible. This year, the Washington FFA is proud to welcome Wilco back to State Convention. Tonight, we are honored to have the president of Wilco Farm Stores, TJ Colson, to say a few words. Please help me in welcome TJ and the Wilco team.
Well, good evening, everybody. I think I can feel the sentiment in the room. We're all very excited to be back together again in person. Isn't this wonderful? As a sponsor and on behalf of many of the sponsors of the Washington FFA Association, we are thrilled to participate in these events. Seeing the future of agriculture through this youth leadership organization is amazing. And that is why we have made it a promise to continue to invest in agriculture, rural lifestyles, in students involved in agriculture and rural lifestyles. So our FFA Forever campaign is a year-long program. It really starts in the spring with some fundraising events that we do at some different meetings, our annual meeting being one of them. It continues throughout the spring where we leverage our vendor community and partners to help us support. In August, it's FFA Forever Month at all Wilco stores. We have 25 stores, 8 of them in Washington. We're very, very excited to continue our growth and expansion in this wonderful state of Washington. And that's where all of our customers, all of you, and all of the generous communities come together to really provide funding for this amazing organization. From there, we spin it off into the fall. We have a wonderful gift card contest, and we're excited here. We'll have a couple presentations. One of them is the gift card contest winner. And then it's really our employees. At the end of the year, we have an opportunity for our family of employees to donate unused vacation time back to a charitable organization such as the FFA. So with that, I know we've raised more than $1.7 million for FFA over our 10 years. More than $500,000 has come right here to the Washington FFA Foundation. We actually have a few of our teammates here from Washington stores. One of them actually serves on the foundation board. And with that, we're pleased to present the Washington FFA State Foundation with our largest check yet of $72,000. And before I turn it back over here, one last special presentation, a first for us here in the state of Washington. I mentioned our gift card contest. Our gift card contest is something that we put out in the spring, and we ask all chapters in every state to participate in that we serve to have a gift card contest. And we pick the top 3 gift card contest photos that are submitted. We actually turn those into gift cards that we sell in our stores. And every time that you select a Wilco gift card and you select the FFA Forever logoed gift card, 10% of the sale of that gift card is contributed right back to the FFA Forever Foundation campaign. So we're very excited with our first place Washington winner, and that winner is Morgan Batter from Kamayakin FFA chapter. Give her a round of applause. So she'll have this gift card will be available in all Wilco stores starting later this year. It will be available. Help support the FFA Forever campaign through the purchases of Morgan's wonderful gift card entry here. And she wins a $250 Wilco gift card that she can use at the new Pasco store, because I understand she's based right here in the Tri-Cities. So ladies and gentlemen, students, it's great to be back in person. Wonderful to see you all again, and have a great rest of your state convention.
Thank you, Wilco, for your continued support of FFA and all of your generous donations. Please accept this convention gift on behalf of Washington FFA. Now, we want to make convention sessions fun and memorable. So from time to time, we'll switch things up just a little bit. We may even throw out some convention swag. So whether you prefer to hit the whoa or are a little old school and would rather do the Cupid Shuffle, here's a little dance break to get you up and out of your seats. Hit it, DJ.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of the night, the chemical, physical kryptonite. Help us to the base and the fading light. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. A backless dress and some beat-up sneaks. My discotheque, Juliet, teenage dream. I felt it in my chest as she looked at me. I knew we were bound to be together, bound to be together.
One of the unique things about the National FFA organization is the variety of competitions that we offer. At a state level, we provide the opportunity to participate in upwards of 30 career and leadership development events to captivate and engage members across the spectrum. So whatever you're excited by, the scent of pine, or you find yourself at a home with your nose in the books, there's something here for you. Throughout the year, numerous state competitions have already taken place. Tonight, we will acknowledge those students and teams who have excelled in those CDEs and LDEs. These students received their awards earlier in the year at the time of the state competition. However, I hope you'll join me in enthusiastically celebrating their success. On the center screen, you'll see a list of the CDE and LDE sponsors. Without the support of the businesses and individuals who believe in the career and leadership development events that provides FFA, we wouldn't be able to offer such high caliber state contests. We are thrilled to have a number of supporters with us during the convention. If you see one of our supporters during the convention, introduce yourself and share with them your CDE or LDE experience and your FFA story. And of course, be sure to say thank you. Held at Washington State University in Pullman, the Agri-Science Project competition challenges students to study the application of scientific principles and emerging technologies in agricultural enterprises. Participants develop a hypothesis, complete thorough research, and develop a written presentation with their findings. State winners will be forwarded for national consideration in the National FFA Agri-Science Fair. You won't need a microscope to see all these FFA members have accomplished.
Animal systems is the study of animal systems, including life processes, health, nutrition, genetics, management, and processing through the study of small animals, aquaculture, livestock, dairy, horses, and/or poultry. For Animal Systems Division 4, second place, Remington Ellenboss and Grace Oaks, Linden. In first place, Alina Hearing and Kate Rice, Linden. Animal Systems Division 5, Haley Schlosser, Sunnyside for first place. Environmental Service Systems is the study of systems, instruments, and technology used to monitor and minimize the impact of human activity on environmental systems. And Natural Resource Systems is the study of the management, protection, enhancement, and improvement of soil, water, wildlife, forests, and air as natural resources. For Environmental Systems, Natural Resource Systems Division 2, first place, Sebastian Borden and Alan Urararte Naranjo, Wenatchee. Environmental Systems, Services, and Natural Resource Systems Division 5, in second place, Stephanie Flores, Sunnyside. And in first place, Maggie Meyer, Colton. Food Products and Processing Systems is the study of agricultural equipment, power systems, alternative fuel sources, and precision technology, as well as woodworking, metalworking, welding, and project planning for agricultural structures. For Food Products and Processing Systems Division 2, third place, Maggie Dickerson and Lauren Bixby, Wenatchee. In second place, Charles Lisenby and Brody Brown, Oaksdale. In first place, Siri Von Rice and Nora Inslee, Wenatchee. Food Products and Processing Systems Division 3, in second place, Owen Myra, Goldendale. In first place, Grace DeMierler, Colton. In Food Products and Processing Systems Division 4, in first place, Sydney Stevens and Dane Booth, Oaksdale. Food Products and Processing Systems, Division 5. In second place, Mary Pluid, Colton. And in first place, Lola Bearlocker, Colton. Plant systems is the study of plant life cycles, classifications, functions, structures, reproduction, media and nutrients, as well as growth and cultural practices through the study of crops, turf grass, trees and shrubs, and/or ornamental plants. For Plant Systems Division 3, in third place, Riley Mulroney, Goldendale. In second place, Claire Sheehan, Sunnyside. In first place, Anthony Houck, Goldendale. Plant Systems Division 5. In third place, Nicholas Bodish, Goldendale. In second place, Jared Sheehan, Sunnyside. In first place, Sydney Wickham, Colton. Power, Structural, and Technical Systems is the study of agricultural equipment, power systems, alternative fuel sources, and precision technology, as well as woodworking, metalworking, welding, and project planning for agricultural structures. For Power, Structural, and Technical Systems Division 2, first place, Caleb Wagner and Riker Reed, Oaksdale. Power, Structural, and Technical Systems, Division 4. In first place, Brooklyn Hallberg and Evan Vanderveen, Linden. Power, Structural, and Technical Systems, Division 5. In third place, Jackson Murley, Colton. In second place, Grant Wolf, Colton. In first place, Rachel Becker, Colton. Social science, the study of agricultural areas including agricultural education, agribusiness, agricultural communication, agricultural leadership, and sales in agriculture, food and natural resources. For Social Science Division 3, in second place, Alexander Williams, Goldendale. In first place, Samantha Holing, Oaksdale. Social Science Division 5. In second place, Kaylee Hinnenkamp, Oaksdale. And in first place, Alicia Rogerson, Colton.
The Agronomy CDE is an excellent opportunity for students to demonstrate knowledge in the science of growing crops. Participants compete in all facets of the agronomic industry, from crop and weed identification to integrated pest management, as well as the ability to make sound managerial decisions are put to the test. Students are challenged to work individually to demonstrate their knowledge through an exam, identification assessment, and evaluation of equipment. They work in teams by evaluating an agronomic scenario and creating a crop management plan. This CDE was sponsored by the Washington State Crop Improvement Association. These members are truly growing up to be excellent members of the agricultural industry.
Your top 10 individuals are Your top 10 individuals are 10th place, Travis Redburn, Lindritzville 1. In 9th place, Robbie Mensonitis, Moses Lake 1. In 8th place, Austin Kern, Moses Lake 1. In 7th place, Danica Cox, Lindritzville 2. In 6th place, Trey Redburn, Lindritzville 1. In 5th place, Carson Whitaker, Moses Lake 1. In 4th place, Lane Tellefson, Lindritzville 1. In 3rd place, Zoe Galbraith, Lindritzville 2. In 2nd place, Taylor Galbraith, Lindritzville 1. In 1st place, Alyssa Williams, Lindritzville 1. Your top 8 teams are, in 8th place, Pomeroy. In 7th place, Colfax. In 6th place, Royal 1. In 5th place, Liberty. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Washtukna. In 3rd place, Lindritzville 2. In 2nd place, Moses Lake 1. And representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Lind Ritzville 1. Would the CDE Group B participants exit through the doors in the back and make their way backstage?
The agricultural industry literally cannot work without the high-tech products and machinery on the market today. And those who participate in the agricultural technology and mechanical systems, CDE, are preparing for their future in this area. Participants demonstrate their diverse set of abilities in a series of evaluations. Individually, members demonstrate their intensive knowledge on an exam covering compact equipment, electricity, environmental and natural resources, machinery and equipment and structures. The team event consists of working to solve an agricultural problem scenario. Let's meet the members who will be working your tech and mech in the future.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Micah Hernandez, Lyndon Christian. In 9th place, Spencer Schaaf, Richland. In 8th place, Drew Feller, Meridian. In 7th place, Kyle Sandwig, Mount Baker. In 6th place, Nicolo Gadiel, Stanwood. In 5th place, Elias Craig Kelly, Mount Baker. In 4th place, Kane Weaker, Garfield Palouse. In 3rd place, Colin Favreau, Mount Baker. In 2nd place, Isaac Burschauer, Meridian. In 1st place, Colby Duggar, Garfield Palouse. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Walla Walla. In 7th place, Ferndale. In 6th place, Burlington Edison. In 5th place, Stanwood. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Lyndon Christian. In 3rd place, Meridian. In 2nd place, Garfield Palouse. And representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Mount Baker.
From Granny Smith to Winter Banana and every type in between, these students truly know their tree fruit. The Apple Evaluation CDE consists of apple variety identification, fruit blemish identification, pesticide safety and regulation, pest identification, and fruit industry standards. FFA members further develop their interest in apple selection, management, and production while simultaneously advancing teamwork, leadership, and communication skills. This event tests participants' knowledge of Washington's most famous crop, as well as an in-depth knowledge of the harvesting and sale of apple. These students are the apples of our eye.
Your top 10 individuals are, in 10th place, Corey Knoll, Kashmir. In 9th place, Kimmy Dotson, Kashmir 1. In 8th place, Bailey Oler, Prosser 1. In 7th place, Teresa Munoz, Prosser 1. In 6th place, Grady Zimmerman, Kashmir 2. In 5th place, Tristan Hoffman, Kashmir 1. In 4th place, Cole Hansen, Ellensburg. In 3rd place, Cassandra Smithyman, Prosser 1. In 2nd place, Elena Gross, Kashmir 1. In 1st place, Arleth Gonzalez, Prosser 1. Your top 8 teams are, in 8th place, Connell. In 7th place, Prosser 2. In 6th place, Wenatchee. In 5th place, Sela. please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Ellensburg. In 3rd place, Kashmir 2. In 2nd place, Kashmir 1. In 1st place, Crosser 1.
These next individuals are a handful of volunteers who help our convention run smoothly and efficiently. From delivering exciting leadership workshops to just spending time with our amazing Washington FFA members, the visiting state officers have graced us with their presence, energy, and support. We are honored to have them with us, but it's now time to show them how Washington does it. Join me in a thundering round of applause to welcome onto the stage our visiting state officers.
Hey there, Washington FFA. My name is Nina Coolidge, and I'm proudly serving as the 2021-2022 Pennsylvania FFA State Secretary, and I hope you all embrace the opportunities here at your wonderful state convention.
Hey Washington FFA, my name is Cassie Morey. I served as the 2021-2022 Idaho FFA State Sentinel. I am so excited to be here with you guys this week. Go WAFA.
What's up, Washington FFA? I'm Haley Bowman, currently serving as the 2022-2023 Idaho State FFA President. And I cannot wait to watch all of you forge your future this week.
Good evening. I am Danny Horn. I was the 2021-2022 State Second Vice President at Montana, and I am so excited to see you guys make so many connections this coming week.
Good evening, Washington. My name is Colton Young. I'm the former first vice president of the Montana FFA. Super excited to be here this week, and I'm super excited to see all that you accomplish at your state convention, so I just want to wish you all the best of luck.
Hey Washington FFA, my name is Taylor Groh, and I'm currently serving as the 2021-2022 Arizona FFA State Vice President. And I'm so excited to see all of you this week.
How are y'all doing, Washington FFA?
My name is John Winares, and I'm the former state secretary of the Oregon FFA Association. We all challenge you to do something that you've never done before at convention and have a blast. We're grateful to be here.
Be sure to check out the visiting state officer workshops during convention and feel free to flag them down, share your stories, and make them feel welcome. Got Dairy, these students do. The Dairy Cattle Evaluation and Management CDE develops member skills in observation, analysis, and evaluation. Thus, educating future industry leaders in agricultural, business management, economics, and leadership. Participants evaluate multiple classes of dairy cattle and present oral reasons for their selections. Teams work together to develop a comprehensive management plan for a farm described in a given scenario. Next time you're eating ice cream, think of the dairy cows and the outstanding members who evaluated them.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Jacob Tolsma, Linden Christian. In 9th place, Megan Engzelma, Linden Christian. In 8th place, Nikki Vermeer, Nooksack Valley. In 7th place, Soro Socado Rodriguez, Yelm. In 6th place, Nora Tarbox, Yelm. In 5th place, Amanda Lenson, Linden Christian. In 4th place, Maddie Zwiegman, Linden Christian. In 3rd place, Jacob Hutman, Yelm. In 2nd place, Colton Cooperis, Nooksack Valley. And in 1st place, Addie DeYoung, Linden Christian. Your top 3 teams are: in 3rd place, Nooksack Valley. In 2nd place, Yelm. And representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Linden Christian.
The Environmental and Natural Resources CDE requires students to demonstrate and show the knowledge in environmental science through various tests, animal identification, practicums, and team activities. These students are true stewards of the land. This event includes individual and team activities where participants compete interviews concerning global and national issues, compete writing exercise, and locate logic points using global positioning systems. Members also complete soil tests, evaluate soil profiles, as well as conduct air and water analysis. If we had to place bets, we would say that the environment is in good hands if these members have any say in the matter.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Kendall Little, Reardon 1. In 9th place, Corey Knoll, Monitor. In 8th place, Sydney Young, Monitor. In 7th place, Blake Winecoop, Reardon 2. In 6th place, Jonah Gross, Kashmir. In 5th place, Tristan Hoffman, Kashmir. In 4th place, Grady Zimmerman, Monitor. In 3rd place, Eli Lyons, Kashmir. In 2nd place, Matt Kelly, Kashmir. And in 1st place, Kimmy Dodson, Kashmir. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Rogers Puyallup. In 7th place, Lind Ritzville. In 6th place, in 6th place, La Crosse. In 5th place, Tico. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Reardon 2. In 3rd place, Reardon 1. In 2nd place, Monitor. And representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Kashmir.
Participants in the floriculture CDE gain real-world knowledge of all aspects of the industry relevant to production and retail of flowers, plants, and foliage. Students must identify plants, make decisions in solving day-to-day problems that encounter in any part of the business, and complete an exam that tests their general knowledge. Skills activities such as flower arranging and corsage design allow students to showcase their knowledge and talent. These students are blooming in their field.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Peyton Andrews, Moses Lake. In 9th place, Clover Mullins, Lind Ritzville. In 8th place, Evan DeLeon, East Valley Yakima. In 7th place, Ileana Walla, Yelm 1. In 6th place, Nora Tarbox, Yelm 1. In 5th place, Lillian Peterson, Mount Baker. In 4th place, Claire Wilson, Lynn Ritzville. In 3rd place, Emma Cook, Mount Baker. In 2nd place, Olivia Silva, Yelm 1. And in 1st place, Sophia Patton, Mount Baker. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Moses Lake. In 7th place, Lind Ritzville Fish. In 6th place, Cedar Crest. In 5th place, Cedro Woolley. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, East Valley Yakima. In 3rd place, Lynn Ritzville Glitter. In 2nd place, Yelm 1. representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Mount Baker.
The Forestry CDE enables students to use their acquired skills in a competitive setting through practical applications, general knowledge, and problem management practices. The State Forestry event measures FFA members' knowledge of forestry and wood products management issues, questions on tree and equipment identification, a general knowledge exam, and interactive forestry applications are just a few of the methods used to measure participants' abilities. We are certain they will branch off to do great things. Let's meet them now.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, John Nicholson, Garfield Palouse. In 9th place, Eric Tummelson, Mount Baker. In 8th place, Kaylee Wall-Knaus, Mount Baker. In 7th place, Lux Larson, Mount Baker. In 6th place, Gunnar Benson, Colville. In 5th place, Zach Gutney, Cedar Crest. In 4th place, Alexis Yates, Colville. In 3rd place, Jory Johnson, Mount Baker. In 2nd place, Craig Kelly, Wenatchee. And in 1st place, Megan Olson, Toutle Lake. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Fife Blue. In 7th place, Aberdeen. In 6th place, Casey. In 5th place, Toutle Lake. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Cedar Crest 2. In 3rd place, Garfield Palouse. In 2nd place, Colville. And in 1st place, representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Mount Baker. Would the CDE Group C participants please exit through the doors in the back and make their way to backstage?
Spent his life looking up at the sky. He cuss, kick the dust, saying, son, it's way too dry. The clouds up in the city, the weatherman complains. But where I come from, rain is a good thing. Rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky. Back roads are bogging up, my buddies pile up in my truck. We hunt our honeys down, we take them into town, start washing all our worries down the drain. Rain is a good thing. talking, that's the best love we make. Yeah, where I come from, rain is a good thing. Rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky. Back roads are bogging up, my buddies pile up in my truck. We hunt our honeys down, we take them into town, start washing all our worries down the drain. Rain is a good thing. Farmer Johnson does a little
Andrew has always been super shy, but there are a select few conversations that can get him to open up. It started out with chickens, then it moved to sheep, then tractors, and right now it's FFA. If you would have told us 5 years ago that he would be standing on this stage speaking to all of you, we would have died laughing.
Andrew's junior year, we got to take him to national convention. And holy smokes, his shyness did a 180-degree turn, and we couldn't be happier for it.
Tonight, I'm so proud to introduce to you my brother
and our friend, the 2022 Washington FFA State Sentinel, Andrew Miles.
That's what I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugging like a lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
Go Andrew!
There we were, one hot day in August. The sun was shining down and the air was still. You could almost taste the suspense as I grabbed the key and I turned the key one more time. Nothing. That's right, there we were, broken down in the middle of harvest. So I scramble out of the cab and head to the back of the combine. Grabbing a wrench, I began to climb up the ladder. But as I hand the wrench to my dad, I catch a glimpse of black smoke in the sky. Fire. The one thing any wheat farmer does not want to see in the middle of harvest time. Moments later, we're in the pickup, speeding down the road towards the fire. But as we round the bend, we catch a glimpse of what we had feared. Combine fire. Rushing to the scene of any fire, safety is always a big concern. But luckily, no one was hurt. But when the dust settled and the smoke cleared, there we were, standing in front of a smoldering beast. And that is when it hit me, that the little things have a big impact. Because you see, this combine was brought to its knees by a single bearing. One bearing out of hundreds of moving parts had not received enough grease. Where in our lives are we not giving enough attention to the little things? Are we not filling up the car before work? Or are we just not saying hello to a friend as they walk by? Or where in our lives are we skipping over something so we can finish faster or we can achieve greater success? Are we not eating breakfast because we woke up late and we needed that 5 more minutes? I know I have. Or are we not sending that text message to a friend who we know is going through a rough time, but we just got home from practice and we're just too tired? I know I have. I know I have not even greased every single bearing or even blown out every single air filter because I wanted to finish faster. But one time I needed to be faster was in 3rd grade. I remember it like it was yesterday. There we were, all 12 of us from 1st to 5th grade. That's right, I went to a one-room elementary school. But maybe most importantly, I was valedictorian of the 3rd grade class. But let's be honest, valedictorian of the 3rd grade class of 1 is not all roses. Because simply put, I was alone. I had very few friends, much less anyone my own age. But luckily for me, I had an older brother who was a member of the biggest class on campus, boasting a total of 6 kids in his whole grade. So there we were, me tagging along with him and 2 of his buddies. Definitely because Mom made him bring me along. But we're out playing on machinery about a half a mile away from the houses, like good old farm boys will do, when the whispers start and my heart sinks. Because I learned whispers turn to glances, glances to them ditching me. Sure enough, moments later, they're off running. I scramble down and begin to run after them. My heart is pounding, and I'm running as fast as I can. But it does no good, because 2 years age gap as a 3rd grader is a big deal. So I soon just give up running. I lost all hope. My brother, he clears the hill. I am going to be alone. Another one over the hill. I am going to be eaten by wild animals, and nobody even cares. But to my astonishment, the 3rd one stops running. He stayed with inside of me all the way back to the buildings. I was not alone, and somebody cared. Now, he didn't come back and sweep me off with my feet or go play catch all day. And he didn't realize that he, by just slowing down, became my hero and made my day. When are we going to realize that our little acts have big impacts on others? Washington FFA, I challenge you this. As we mingle with others, let's not forget our little acts have big impacts. And let's not neglect this opportunity we have here at this state convention to make our little acts have big impacts for the better. Thank you.
I'd be dancing like a fool, and I'd be laughing, I'd be crying, calling anybody who I ever hurt and reconciling. I'd call everyone I love, see what I was scared to say to them. Now that I think about it, maybe I should always live like the world is gonna end.
I think one of my favorite memories about being on the team with Andrew is driving back and forth between home and competitions and trainings and everything. We've spent quite a few hours in the car together, and we could honestly have conversations about the most random things ever.
He is on a team of 4 girls, and girls have a lot of opinions, and they feel very strongly about those opinions a lot of the times. And he just kind of sits there silently. He listens to all of us, takes in what he likes, and then at the end he'll share his opinions, which makes us value his opinion even more.
He is such a great storyteller because he always draws it on. He never will just tell us, get straight to the point. And I'm a very impatient person. That's sometimes very difficult, but this leads, you can never just have one conversation with Andrew. You have to keep coming back for more to finish the story.
Andrew is the calm within the storm. No matter how crazy it is or how much chaos, he's always so calm.
Andrew is he grounds everybody. He is the anchor that keeps everyone together, and has a way of working with all different types of people.
Don't hit Caitlin. The chair will now entertain a motion to accept State Sentinel Andrew Miles' retiring address.
I move that the Washington FFA Association accept Andrew Miles' retiring address, Small Acts, Big Impacts, and his resignation of state office, which will become effective at the closing of the new officer installation ceremonies.
Madam Chairperson, I support the motion to accept State Sentinel Andrew Miles' retiring address.
It has been properly moved to accept State Sentinel Andrew Miles' retiring address. A second is not necessary. All those in favor, please signify by standing. The motion passes unanimously. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2021 through 2022 Washington FFA State Sentinel, Andrew Miles. And now, for some FFA talent.
Hi, I'm Bailey from the chapter of Castle Rock.
I was sitting
I
right
did
here.
a sentence.
On your side of the bed is a picture of our wedding day. A clock that don't work and the Bible that your daddy gave. It's on the windowside where the moon creeps in at night. Staring at the ceiling, lying here all alone. I said a prayer for you, then I said one of my own. But you don't reach for me when you lie
Career development events not only help our students gain real-world skills they can use on the job, as well as leadership and communication skills. They are also the perfect way to meet some of the amazing FFA members from around our great state. Here are some more competition results. Let's welcome our CDE participants to the stage now. Hey, participants in the horse evaluation CDE helps FFA members further develop their interest in equine selection, management, and production, while simultaneously advancing teamwork, leadership, and communication skills. Members demonstrate their ability to reason and communicate about equine science through a team problem-solving activity and individually evaluating classes composed of performance or halter horses. They then justify their selections through oral reasons. These members left the horses in the back to join us on stage.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Ryan Mitchell, Stanwood. Bryn Morgan. In 9th place, Cheyenne Scott, Kittitas. In 8th place, Bryn Morgan, Royal. In 7th place, Jolena Narciato, Medical Lake. In 6th place, Tristan Crone, Ellensburg. In 5th place, Reitz Katzer, Sumner. In 4th place, Rachel Smile, East Valley, Spokane. In 3rd place, Faith Rotter, Ellensburg. In 2nd place, Laura Wagner, Moses Lake. And in 1st place, Cheyenne Watts, Ellensburg. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Pullman. In 7th place, Walla Walla. In 6th place, Salan. In 5th place, Nooksack Valley. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Stanwood. In 3rd place, East Valley, Spokane. In 2nd place, Moses Lake. And representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Ellensburg.
When thinking of agriculture, a lot of people think of one thing: livestock. For participants of the Livestock Evaluation CDE, stock is on the mind. These members are challenged to evaluate marketable stock based on current business and industry standards, while developing solid technical and business skills needed to excel in their chosen profession. Participants evaluate classes of breeding and market beef, sheep, swine, and goats according to the latest USDA market grades and cutability. They then provide oral reasons for their selections. Team members also collaborate on various group activities. They are notorious for judging, but luckily not humans. Let's meet these awesome FFA members.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Reagan Snyder, Lind Ritzville. In 9th place, Amelia Ray, Reardon. In 8th place, Trevin Kimball, Pomeroy. In 7th place, Samantha Halling, Oaksdale. In 6th place, Addie Colbert, Lynn Ritzville. In 5th place, Jenna Whitaker, Moses Lake. In 4th place, Joe Galbraith, Lind Ritzville. In 3rd place, Taylor Galbraith, Lind Ritzville. In 2nd place, Alyssa Williams, Lind Ritzville. And in 1st place, Tressa Wade, Moses Lake. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Riverside. In 7th place, Asotin. In 6th place, Ellensburg. In 5th place, Pomeroy. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, lacrosse. In 3rd place, Moses Lake. In 2nd place, Oaksdale. And representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Lind Ritzville.
If you're like me and can't keep a plant alive to save your life, your best option is connecting with one of these members. The Nursery Landscape CDE encourages students proficient in nursery and landscape development and practices in order to build solid and successful careers. Participants are evaluated, identifying plant specimens according to their technical and common names, selecting nursery plant material, and take a multiple choice exam. Members also perform hands-on activities that range from landscape estimating to interpersonal relations to nursery operation practices. You might find them evaluating some plants and landscapes, but they're here with us tonight.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Amy Anderson, Lind Ritzville. In 9th place, Liz Tatum, Hudson's Bay 2. In 8th place, Curtis Bartuk, Davenport. In 7th place, Ryan Utley, Davenport. In 6th place, Ira Wright, Davenport. In 5th place, Stacy Griffith, Cedro Woolley. In 4th place, Sophia Labard, Hudson's Bay 1. In 3rd place, Delaney Booth, Cedro Woolley. In 2nd place, Sophie Johnson, Cedro Woolley. In 1st place, Heather Bethea, Cedro Woolley. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Columbia River. In 7th place, Lind Ritzville. In 6th place, East Valley Yakima. In 5th place, Yelm. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Cedar Crest. In 3rd place, Hudson's Bay 1. In 2nd place, Davenport 1. And in 1st place, representing Washington at Nationals this fall, you guessed it, Cedro Woolley. Would the CDE participants in Group D please make their way backstage via the doors in the back?
Serving as a Washington FFA state officer is a position coveted by many, but held by few. Throughout convention, the state officer candidates will undergo a rigorous process to evaluate their qualifications to serve our association. They will complete written exams, interviews, speeches, and other activities in order to narrow the field to the next 6 state officers. Without further ado, I am pleased to present our state officer candidates.
Hello, Washington FFA. My name is Sam Gillis. I'm from the Elma FFA chapter in District 3.
Hello, Washington FFA. My name is Esther Groves from the Rochester chapter in District 3.
Hello, Washington FFA. My name is Pedro Mendoza, representing the Eastmont FFA chapter in District 7.
Hello, Washington FFA. My name is Ryan Porter from the Deer Park FFA chapter in District 5.
Hello, Washington FFA. My name is George Dress from the Kamiakin FFA chapter in District 4.
Hello, Washington FFA. My name is Lillian McGregor from the La Crosse FFA chapter representing District 6.
Hello, Washington FFA. I'm Maddie Weber representing Pullman FFA and District 6.
Let's give the candidates another round of applause and wish them luck.
I love my boots broken, I love my camo hat. Don't mind a little paint on my jeans, yeah, I roll like that. I love driving my truck across the railroad track. If you hit it too quick, it'll hit you right back. I love a fresh cut field with the first frost on. How it shines like gold when the sun turns on. I love the sound of them wheels, my baby singing along when boys of summer comes on. I love my small town world, I love a country girl, I love a Friday night. Man, I love this life, sound of an old dirt road rolling through my mind. Man, I love this life. I love that county line bar where they all know my drink. The way she throws her hands up when that cover band plays. I love the taste of her lips when she's been sipping that wine. I still get drunk on her every time. I love my small town world. I love a country girl. I love a Friday night. Man, I love this life. Sound of an old dirt road rolling through my mind. Man, I love this life.
Tonight's group of career development event participants hail from across the state. Many of our fellow FFA members have spent countless hours preparing for state-level competitions, so let's give them a big round of applause to show how much we appreciate all their hard work. Fries, baked potatoes, tater tots, and my favorite, waffle fries. I'm so jealous of all the students who get to be around potatoes all day, every day. Like those who participate in the Potato Evaluation CDE. These FFA members evaluate potato products to optimize economic returns for producers and industry, as well as meeting customer needs. FFA members take a written exam that tests their knowledge of potato storage, grading, pests, and diseases. Members all identify potato varieties as they become not only better agriculturists, also better consumers. Please join me in thanking the sponsor for this CDE, the Washington Potato Commission.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Claire Wilson, Lind Ritzville 1. In 9th place, Nathan Diavila, Colfax 1. In 8th place, Ryson Soliday, Reardon 1. In 7th place, Austin Kern, Moses Lake 1. In 6th place, Will Burnett, Reardon 2. In 5th place, Anne-Marie Bolliard, Reardon 2. In 4th place, Hunter Flay, Reardon 1. In 3rd place, Amelia Ray, Reardon 2. In 2nd place, Preston Neufeld, Reardon 2. In 1st place, Dominic Board, Reardon 1. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Quincy 1. In 7th place, Cheney. In 6th place, Colfax 2. In 5th place, Lind Ritzville 1. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Moses Lake 1. In 3rd place, Colfax 1. In 2nd place, Reardon 1. And in 1st place, Reardon 2. Would participants in Rangeland CDE please make their way backstage via the doors in the back?
We're not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg. But we do know that those participating in the Poultry Evaluation CDE know how to utilize logical reasoning in relation to production, management, marketing, and consumption of poultry products. Members evaluate production, processing, and merchandising phases of the poultry industry, as well as identifying various industry components. Participants evaluate live birds, present oral reasons, and place a class of ready-to-cook broilers. In the processing and merchandising phase of this contest, members select and grade ready-to-cook turkeys, processed products, and cartons of eggs. Let's meet these excellent members.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Ellie Scotch, Granite Falls. In 9th place, Zachary Woods, Stanwood. In 8th place, Alexis Shepherdson, Winlock 1. In 7th place, Mia de Jesus Ramirez, Elma. In 6th place, Sadie Pop, Granite Falls. In 5th place, Hope Musselwhite, Ferndale. In 4th place, Maya de Jesus Ramirez, Elma. In 3rd place, Alma Ramirez, Elma. In 2nd place, Jennifer Ramirez de Jesus, Elma. And in 1st place, Sylvia Burkhart, Elma. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Winlock 2. In 7th place, Winlock 1. In 6th place, Moses Lake. In 5th place, Ferndale. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Eastmont. In 3rd place, Stanwood. In 2nd place, Granite Falls. And your 1st place team representing Washington at Nationals this fall, Elma.
The Soils and Land Evaluation CDE helps students gain an understanding of the most basic need for all agricultural pursuits, healthy land on which crops or livestock to be raised. Participants identify and evaluate soil samples for various indicators, grade plots of land for slope and drainage, and work to determine what type of activity the land would be best suited for. This CDE tasks students with the duties of a soil conservationist, and rain or shine, snow, hail, or wind, these FFA members brave the elements to showcase their skills. This year, Wilbur Ellis Agribusiness Division sponsored the Solo CDE. Let's thank them for their support.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Dane Booth, Oaksdale. In 9th place, Josh Apple, Garfield Palouse 2. In 8th place, John Stromberger, Lindritzville 1. In 7th place, Jesse Reed, Oaksdale 1. In 6th place, Samantha Kelly, Garfield Palouse 1. In 5th place, Megan Olson, Garfield Palouse 1. In fourth place, Alyssa Williams, Lind-Ritzville 1. In third place, Cora Schindler, Colfax 1. In second place, Olivia Davis, Garfield Palouse 2. And in first place, Elia Finch, Chelan. Your top 8 teams are, in 8th place, Prosser 1. In 7th place, Liberty 2. In 6th place, Oaksdale 1. In 5th place, Garfield Palouse 2. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Colfax 2. In 3rd place, Colfax 1. In 2nd place, Lind-Ritzville 1. And your first place team, Garfield Palouse 1.
Driving a tractor might get a little wild sometimes, but the Tractor Driving CDE provides FFA members with the opportunity to demonstrate their skills in precision in operating farm machinery. Participants complete an exam that tests their knowledge of tractor safety and operation. They must navigate machinery through an obstacle course with ease and participate in a team activity that challenges their problem-solving skills. They've driven their way on stage. Let's meet them.
Your top 10 individuals are, in 10th place, Jared Sheehan, Sunnyside. In 9th place, Andrew Eldred, Meridian. In 8th place, Hayden May, Stanwood. In 7th place, Dalton Waynes, Othello. In 6th place, Nathan Melcher, Odessa. In 5th place, Colby Duggar, Garfield Palouse. In 4th place, Colin Miller, Royal. In 3rd place, Jacob Tolsma, Linden Christian. In 2nd place, Colt Vetter, Stanwood. In 1st place, Ethan Jekyll, Stanwood. Your top 8 teams are: in 8th place, Moses Lake. In 7th place, Ellensburg. In 6th place, Zilla. In 5th place, Wenatchee. Please welcome our final 4 teams to center stage. In 4th place, Odessa. In 3rd place, Meridian. In 2nd place, Linden Christian. In 1st place, Stanwood.
These next members are experts in all things rangeland. Members of the Rangeland CDE demonstrate their skills in stalking rate density, grazing management decisions, and plant identification. Participants complete soil analysis and a rangeland ecosystem measurements in order to make recommendations for proper utilization of the land. These members feel right at home on the range. Let's meet them now.
Your top 10 individuals are: in 10th place, Ryan Harrington, Quincy. In 9th place, Caden Kate, Omak. In 8th place, Mary McDonald, Omak. In 7th place, Corbin Hale, Omak. In 6th place, Kaylee Stroshane, Omak. In 5th place, Victor Garibe, Quincy. In 4th place, Shannon Workinger, Quincy. In 3rd place, Leslie Hernandez, Quincy. In 2nd place, Amelia Suxdorf, Liberty. In 1st place, Levi Gukes, Quincy. Your top 4 teams are: in 4th place, Royal. In 3rd place, Liberty. In 2nd place, Omak. In 1st place, Quincy.
Our first wise owl, who guided us with their knowledge and wisdom.
We are thankful for the support of our advisors, pushing us out of our comfort zones because they believed in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves.
Advisors aren't the typical teachers. They wear several hats that require them to extend their workday beyond the classroom to ensure success within each member.
We encourage members to thank their advisors not only today, but every day for everything they have done. A special thank you from the bottom of our hearts for helping us forge our future through the Washington FFA Association.
Washington FFA, I am proud to introduce to you my advisors, Jennifer Yoakum and Ron Bush. You guys can just stay here.
Washington FFA, I would like to introduce my advisors, Lorraine Wyckoff, Hillary Hull, and Matthew Mounts.
Washington FFA, it is my privilege to introduce you all to my advisors, Jessica Johnson, Peggy Payne, Arch Mackay, Lindsay Butcher, and Aaron Mayer.
Washington FFA, I am proud to show you my advisors, Elizabeth Warren and Robert Matthews. Introduce is the word I was
using. Washington FFA, it is my privilege to introduce you to my advisors, Mr. Travis Hoyle, Mrs. Jordan Snyder, and Mr. Todd Miller.
Every year at the National FFA Convention in October, delegates from each state assemble to provide recommendations to the National FFA Board of Directors. These issues range from financial to operational and management decisions. And because our chapter and district leaders have worked hard to increase membership in our association, we are able to send an additional delegate to accompany the state officer team to National Convention. I am pleased to announce our 2022 National Convention delegate is Madison Beck from the Rochester FFA chapter. Due to our incredible membership growth this year, there is a real possibility that Washington will get to see an 8th delegate. So we are also announcing some delegate alternates who, should Washington get the additional position, would also get to participate. The delegate alternates are Taya Oliveras from the Quincy FFA chapter and Hannah Merchant from the Castle Rock FFA chapter. We would like to thank all the applicants for applying and their dedication to the National FFA organization. Every year at the National FFA Convention and Expo, delegates from across the country elect 6 individuals to serve the highest station in our organization as National FFA officers. I'd like to introduce you all to Megan Gould, our National Officer Candidate Coordinator.
National officer candidates go through a series of different interviews, stand-in delivers, and sponsorship rounds in order to be elected as a national officer. It is an incredible honor to stand beside our national officer candidate as their coach for the next couple of months. As our candidate prepares for national convention, we hope that Washington FFA will continue to support our candidates throughout the process. Congratulations, Madison, the 2022 national officer candidate.
I am so incredibly grateful for this organization, for me to be able to have this opportunity. Looking back to when I walked into the ag class for the first time, not knowing what FFA was, I couldn't imagine standing here today. But I am so honored and excited to represent Washington FFA at this year's National FFA Convention as the National Officer Candidate. Thank you so very much.
Good evening. My name is Brianna Short, and I am here to introduce your 2021-2022 State Reporter and my best friend, Caitlin Garvey. I met Caitlin when we were both freshmen in high school, and little did we know that we would be glued to each other's hip for the next 5 years. Barn buddies, competitors, teammates, and most importantly, best friends. Caitlin, you have always put your best foot forward and committed to every task wholeheartedly. Your willingness to help others is truly admirable, and your kindness, devotion to agriculture, and beaming smile lights up every room. You have been an amazing role model for members this year and embody the part of the motto that talks about service to others. Caitlin, you truly have a heart of gold, and I am so honored to call you my best friend and soon-to-be roommate. This has ensured that you have truly become the leader you desire and not a loser. I will never forget our best memories like our Wilco adventures, hauling pigs in our laps in your mom's car, or the night we all got locked into the barn. Watching you serve others and achieving the goals you have set has been amazing, and I cannot wait to see what other adventures await us.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping.
That was the sound of our 4 a.m. alarm clock going off on Thanksgiving Day, where you can find me hitting the snooze button a few too many times. 30 minutes later, we're rolling out of bed and off to the kitchen we go. My mom was already a few hours into prepping all the Thanksgiving food. I jumped right in to help her, but I start with the most simple task, putting the marshmallows on the yams. Everyone knows it's the best task. But you really can't eat marshmallows at 4 in the morning. That's a little odd. Now that I'm awake, I move on to my next task of the morning, chopping all the vegetables. Soon the different foods started to fill the house, from the mac and cheese to the green bean casserole and everything in between. By 9 a.m., everything was in full swing. We were finishing up and packing the first round of Thanksgiving dinner. Waking up at 4 a.m. for Thanksgiving dinner? I mean, we all love Thanksgiving, but do we need to be up that early? Well, the first round of Thanksgiving dinner isn't for our family, but for the Yelm City Police Department. For those who serve our communities when they could be at home with their families, we offer a Thanksgiving meal as our way of saying thank you. Think about your favorite tradition. Maybe that's a family game of flag football in the park, or building a fire in the backyard to roast marshmallows. For me, it's serving others before we serve ourselves. You see, when I was 13, I moved from Huntsville, Alabama to Yelm, Washington, 2,547 miles away from everything I knew. When I moved to Yelm, it was quite the adjustment. While the kids back home in Alabama were doing robotics, the kids in Yelm probably went to 4-H meetings. Now, I didn't quite feel at home. That was until I met Bella. Little did I know at the time, but she would soon rock my world. I met Bella through the Green Hen Officer Program, where we would be paired with an older officer on the senior officer team. My job was to follow Bella around and learn everything she did. Bella taught me where we kept the forms, where we hid all the paint for making posters, and where we hid the candy for recruitment night, and how it was our job to quality check said candy, of course. But most importantly, Bella taught me to do chores in the high school barn. Not long after that, I had my first pig, Ghibli Bits. I'll never forget my first time walking Bits. Whip in hand, we ventured past the pen gate. Okay, no issues so far. I steered Bits towards the barn door and slowly opened it. That's when she
walked out onto the grassy field, and followed my every command like we had been doing this for months. Well, that's how I thought it was gonna go. Instead, Bits dashed out of the barn, started spinning around and snorting like some weird cross between a rodeo bull and a deranged kid who had a little too much cotton candy. Bits began running further and further away until she began to slow down. I didn't notice at first, but Bits was turning purple. Now, I know I'm from Alabama, but I'm pretty sure pigs are not supposed to be purple. Bella assured me that everything would be fine, and what we would need to do to keep Bits safe and healthy. Over the coming months, we worked with Bits every day, and soon she was able to walk without getting too excited. Now, Bella didn't have to spend each and every day with Bits. You see, her only job was to teach me my roles as a Green Hand officer. She exemplified what it meant to serve. She shined her light onto my path and gave me the confidence to find my home in FFA. Now, Bella taught me a lot of important lessons and was there for so many things. But she didn't have to be there. I was able to learn from her that service is so important. Washington FFA, go out into the world and serve others. If we serve others with our whole hearts, we will be a guiding light of service like Bella was for me. Washington FFA, go out into the world and serve others.
I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Caitlin is probably one of the most caring people I've ever met. I've gotten the opportunity to spend a lot of time with her this year in the car. So we only live an hour away. We carpool quite a bit, especially to the east side of the mountains. And every time we're in the car together, she's always making sure that I'm eating a snack so I'm not losing my energy while driving. But she's always just making sure that others around her are taken care of. And she's kind of acts as the mom of the group. She even likes to call herself, but it's definitely true.
I think what members are going to remember most about her is the compassion that she has. She always puts everybody else before herself, and I look up to that.
She has a heart for not just members, but other people, community. So she really has that big heart.
She leads with a heart of gold and her love of service, and is probably she is the most compassionate person on our team, and she definitely keeps us grounded and keeps us alive because she's the mom of the team.
The chair will now entertain a motion to accept State Reporter Caitlin Garvey's retiring address.
I move that the Washington FFA Association accept Caitlin Garvey's retiring address, the guiding light of service, as her resignation of state office, which will become effective at the closing of the new officer installation ceremonies.
It has been properly moved to accept State Reporter Caitlin Garvey's retiring address. A second is not necessary. All those in favor, please signify by standing. The motion passes unanimously. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2021 through 2022 Washington FFA State Reporter, Caitlin Garvey.
I just wanna feel this moment. Come on, feel this moment.
talent.
Good evening, FFA. How's everyone doing? Here we have Hunter Sotero on the banjo for you guys tonight. I'm Logan Sotero. I'll be playing the guitar. We're from Castle Rock FFA, and here's some good old bluegrass.
That was Logan and Hunter Cetera from the Castle Rock chapter. Let's give them one more big round of applause. If you'd like to participate in the State Talent Program for a chance to perform on stage next year, visit washingtonffa.org/talent.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I do, Madam President. The Convention Center has asked us not to bring in outside food or drinks. Please follow these guidelines. Please remember to pick up after yourselves and help if you see trash lying around. We want to show how respectful all FFA members are. Farm for Kids will be held in the Three Rivers Convention Center, Meeting Room H. National Chapter will be in Three Rivers Convention Center, Meeting Room F. And finally, reminder that all official dress are required at all times for members. That is all.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should now come before this session? We are about to adjourn this session of the 92nd Washington FFA Convention and Expo. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.
Had a head full of those big dreams. One day we'd have the crown. Thought nothing could slow us down. Come to find out